Yo, what's up guys, here GTA Puzzle here. Welcome back to another brand new GTA 5 video. And in today's video, we're going to actually be discussing some more information about the contract part 2 and what we know from Rockstar Games insider Tez Funds 2 about pretty much the Record A Studios and what Rockstar could utilize that in part 2 and so much more. So let's get right into today's video. So before we start that, again, last week when we got a update, we heard from Rockstar Games insider Tez Funds 2 on Twitter about a new Tunables update, and he said this: Tunables update, Rockstar disabled gang termination security contract, likely to do with a bug not counting a gang leader you already killed indirectly. Hashtag G2 Online. So I wanted to cover this here because it looks like if you were doing a security contract last week when they were double, something was wrong with the gang termination. So again, I'm not sure what that was, something with a gang leader, but again, it looks like Rockstar did end up fixing that. Now, going off of the contract part 2 and what we could be seeing and how Rockstar, if they're working on one update, do they start with a next one when they're in the middle of that? How many updates do they work on at a time? Well, Tez Funds 2 said on the GTA forum site this: Rockstar often plans out and works on 2 updates at the same time. A mid-size update and then one big one. Work on Cops and Crooks started early 2020 and the Cayo Perico was being planned out and worked on at the same time. We can conclude from a previous post the Diamond Casino update was in development when After Hours was released, plus the contract DLC was in development before the Tuners update. In fact, Rockstar themselves confirmed they weren't sure of when to release the contract DLC. From what we found within the files, there's definitely more planned from the agency, a new VIP contract, plus I find it interesting that Rockstar decided to bring it back Franklin at the same time Expand Enhanced was planned to come out before or alongside the contract update released. Almost like Rockstar was planning this out to work with Sean Fatino on both G2 Online and story mode content, a fitting schedule to include some new content into the story mode with Expand Enhanced. So there's a lot to cover in this post that I extremely think all this stuff is true. Now, regarding on how Rockstar does their updates, it looks like, again, they work on a mid-size update, which is what we get in the summer months, and then a big one in the December months. That's how Rockstar's been doing their DLCs. Again, I know that a lot of the community wish they do their DLCs more officially over the year, maybe a couple each time, small ones, and then like little mid-sized ones, and not potentially big ones. But as what happened, Cops and Crooks was even planned before Cayo Perico. Again, that got scrapped because what was going on in the world, but again, there's still stuff in the files that they could actually bring a Cops and Crooks DLC, which would be pretty much a different name. And as you know, the Tuners Diamond Casino was planned after Cayo Perico was in development after Hours, and in the same mold, the contract DLC was in development before the Tuners. So again, that is that. But what Tez is getting at here is they have a lot of stuff in the files that they could use with the agency. There's going to be a new VIP contract and stuff within the Record A studio. As he says in this post here, that he says this: there's definitely more planned for the Record A studios. Rockstar went through the effort and length of making a schedule for Dr. Dre's arrival at the Record A studio. If a new music artist is introduced, Rockstar could alternate between Dr. Dre being available on one day and the new artist available on the other day. And all signs are pointing towards Rosalita being featured next. So Rosalita actually has her own radio station right now in GT Online, which she got introduced in the contract DLC part in part 1. Sorry about that distraction. And anyway, so she could be the next one that would be actually going between Dr. Dre and Rosalita, which would be actually cool. And what he's saying is, if Dr. Dre got a new schedule and Rockstar put the effort and time to make a schedule out of this, it means that there's going to be some switching around, just like how the music locker would work. And actually, there's actually a tunable already set for this, apparently. Tez said, the weekly tunables is already scripted to shuffle up Dr. Dre's schedule from an 8 pattern to a B on one week, and then from a B pattern to A this week. After I think a level of effort would make more sense with another artist appearing at Record Day Studio, that way you could check out the other artists on the day Dr. Dre skips, instead of the current state with Dr. Dre appearing on some days and skipping in the other days. So it makes sense. Again, guys, that Record Day Studio, I wasn't in it a bunch just after that, initiatory mission, but it's sort of boring in there. Again, there's not a lot of content being there. Dr. Dre's just sitting there, and maybe in real life you would need a break of doing music. So it would make sense to, switch him from him being A, Rosalie to being B, and they switch. So that's what probably Rockstar would do, just like the Music Locker, how they, switch between DJs once in every while. So again, look forward to that. So guys, if you did enjoy today's video, a like rating would be super awesome. Remember to subscribe to the Day-Pup channel for more videos like this. My name is Puppy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.